Hello and greetings everyone. Welcome to another reaction to the channel Tales in Melody and another great song of his, which is called I Carried Your Home. This is a song that I already know. It's not a blind reaction, but it's one that really gets me and makes me emotional, as you have seen already. Reading the title already does something. Maybe a bit strange. If you know the story of this little robot and Revan, you might understand. And this is about our little small companion called T3M4, and it's from the old Republic games, the first one in special, and I have to say it's just a fantastic song. I will analyze it, and the main purpose of this video is to give Tales in Melody a feedback on what his songs do, what could be improved maybe, and just spread his work to a wider audience, because I think it's really cool. If you want to listen to the song uninterrupted, I can really recommend going to his channel and subbing, giving him a like, a comment, and just search through his playlist. He does multiple universes, so not just Star Wars. He also does Destiny, Halo, Mass Effect, Fallout. You will find something that you like. I'm personally focusing on the Star Wars ones because those are the ones that I personally like the most. Though I have to say the other ones that I've listened to are also great, like Lion's Pride from Fallout. Very well done. But let's get on with the song. I want to mention it's unscripted and unedited, so it's just a raw thing. There is nothing fake in that area. There's just the music is AI, but it's really well done. So with that being said, let's start.
A spark in the dark. One light in the hold. I have no lungs for sorrow, but my circuits learn the code.
So this setup, fantastic. I would do the first beep beep also in the female voice, because that's basically the character of T3 speaking, so you may want to be consistent with that. The rest of it, brilliant setup for the rest.
I was built for doors and data streams, for broken locks and stolen skies. A little frame of polished steel with starfire in my eyes. You came to me with half a name, a shadow walking out of war. The galaxy had dressed you up as savior, wound, and conqueror. I watched the cities fall behind. I watched the hyperspace lines bloom, and every corridor we crossed became a room inside my tomb.
Before we get to the chorus, these lines are very well written, and I have to say that the little choir there that really enhances the whole atmosphere of the song. That's really well done. I think the Revan model in the video is not the best one, but it passes. We know who it's supposed to be. And yeah, let's go on.
They called you mask, they called you flame, they called you darkness wearing light, but I kept the coordinates when history lost the right. I carried your home when the galaxy forgot your name, kept the evan heart breathing through the silence and the flame. When the stars rewrote your story, when the councils turned away, I held the lights on in the dark for the man behind the blade. I carried your home. I carried your home. I carried your home. A little metal heart with a map of your ghost.
So before we move on, brilliant chorus. I really like it. Nothing really to add or improve there, in my opinion. That was basically perfect. Sorry for getting a bit emotional. That's KOTOR 1 was a great game. Revan is a fantastic character. It's actually, in most fan polls that I've read, it's the number 1 or number 2 character in all of Star Wars. Very well done. Tragic story. You're basically kinda reliving the story of KOTOR 1 with this song. And I've always had a special place in my heart for the droids, because in Star Wars, if you're not aware, droids are, technically speaking, sentient creatures. There have been times in the galaxy where the created life forms, let's say droids and stuff, actually did revolt against their masters, and we had like the robot apocalypse in Star Wars already, and that's one of the many reasons why AIs or basically robots are treated very badly, or just like machines, because they are supposed to be regularly memory wiped and stuff like that, so they don't develop personalities. And if you know Star Wars, you know that these creatures definitely do have a personality and a will of their own. R2-D2 being a prime example for a droid with obviously a personality, memories, wants, needs and stuff like that. Even enjoys being polished and stuff like that. If you go for the TV shows, many droids in Star Wars are treated like pets, if that, or just like tools, which most of the Jedi do, which is kind of ironic because it's usually Jedi that try to broaden the horizon of what life and consciousness even is. However, for the Jedi, it's only alive if it has the Force in it, which droids as metal objects don't. Which brings up a very interesting topic in lore, because there was a time when there were Force-sensitive robots. And how was it done? Because implementing them, they had special kyber crystals. Now, kyber crystals are, technically speaking, crystals, so just rock, metal, whatever you want to call it, that can channel the Force and have Force sensitivity. And the creator of these, what was the name? The Knights, Iron Knights, I think it was the Iron Knights. They actually got these kyber crystals as a core component of theirs. They had personalities and they were Force sensitives, and yet most Jedi refused to acknowledge them as sentient beings or as alive, even though they could channel the Force. And luckily for them was one Jedi Master who actually trained them and viewed them as equals to all other living organisms, which I think is fantastic, because in Star Wars, robots clearly are sentient. You can't say that they aren't. On the other hand, I have to say, in Star Wars lore, Wookiees are treated by the Republic, by the Empire, as non-sentient creatures, as in basically, well, animals are sentient too, but they are treated like animals, and that's why slavery against Wookiees was legal in the Republic as well, because Wookiees didn't count as people, despite them clearly being sentient. Same goes for Sand People, Javas, and so on and so forth. Now, sorry for the distraction, let's get on with the song.
Dantooine slept in temple dust, man unshone like tears below. Corriban whispered through its graves of things no living soul should know. The star maps opened one by one like scars across an ancient hand, and every time your memory woke you seemed less certain where to stand. I heard the crew laugh down the hall, I heard the old wars in your sleep. I stored each voice, each step, each prayer in places no one thought to keep. They called you Jedi, they called you Sith, they carved your legend into stone. But I knew the sound your footsteps made when you thought you
Sorry, need a second. The singing, man, really improved the singing there. I'm not sure, it sounds like a real singer with a real voice, honestly. I couldn't tell if that's AI or not. That is just fantastic intonation, hitting the notes. There is much variety in the singing style, in the pitch. Fantastic singing. Like, this is really, really great singing. Fantastic. Let's keep on.
When the galaxy forgot your name, kept the element heart breathing through the silence and the flame. When the stars rewrote your story, when the councils turned away, I held the lights on in the dark for the man behind the blade. I carried your home, I carried your home, I carried your home. A little metal heart with a map of your ghost. On the Thema there was no wind, no song inside the force. Only ash where life had been, only fate without remorse. They took you from the wreckage, left me buried with the sky. So I mended every fracture, though I was not made to cry. Year by year with borrowed parts, I taught the engines how to mourn. Then I flew your house through endless night to bring your path back to the dawn. Petra heard the signal, Bastila's voice still burned, and somewhere in my memory banks a lost man could return.
Beep, beep, hold the line. Beep, beep, home survives. Beep, beep, through the stars I remember who you are.
I carried your
Really trying to hold it together. Sorry, guys. That's the autistic thing. Sometimes I have strong emotional responses for no apparent reason. I mean, I know why, because the story is touching. Singing is brilliant. Just... sorry. Come on. So, fantastic singing. What can I say? It's absolute brilliance. The beep beep there, really getting your heartstrings there. It's just fantastic. It's I don't know what to say, man. I'm not even sure how you could improve that part. Like, that was absolutely amazing, and the chorus with the long stretched home really hammers it down. Just fantastic. Key change, everything. Keep at it, man. Let's keep on.
when the galaxy forgot your name.
Not the throne, not the wall,
Not the legend, not the shame. Just the hallway, just the voices, just the crew you could not save. Just the lights left softly burning for the man behind the blade. I carried your home through the dead world's hollow storm, through the emperor's endless calls. If my pieces turn to starlight, if my signal fades alone, let every bolt remember I carried you home.
beep, beep,
Revan,
beep, beep,
return.
beep, beep. Home is waiting. Beep, beep,
Where stars burn.
Whew, I'm glad that it's over. Not because the song isn't fantastic, but because I'm really close to breaking point, basically. Wow. That is quite the song, isn't it? Whew. I think it's maybe your best work so far. That is for Tales in Melody. Man, this really got me. Revan is a fantastic character, of course, great story, and lots of cool references that I think the main issue this song may have with a wider audience is that you kinda have to know who Revan is and who the little droid is to really get into it and really care, because if you're just listening to it and you have no idea who this is and what this is about, it's a nice song, but you won't get the emotional impact. That said, don't stop doing that. I'm just saying that for a wider audience, it kind of requires you to know who Revan is. And it goes for lots of songs in general. Like if you are making a song about, I don't know, a war sometime in history and people are not familiar with it, there's just no connection there. Same here. For those who don't know who Revan is, you're missing out. You are missing out big time. I can highly recommend looking up who Revan is, what he did, how badass this character is, and playing his story in KOTOR 1 and playing Star Wars Old Republic, the MMO, for a continuation of his story. Revan might be one of the most influential people in all of Star Wars in times of how he affected the story. He is the very reason Bane came up with the Rule of Two. He is a Jedi, a Sith. He is one of the greatest or best known Grey Force users, maybe one of the most powerful too, and the dude is just absolutely badass. So with that said, I wish you a great day and may the Force be with you.